So the topic is Surah Al-Ikhlas. What is Surah Al-Ikhlas? You all know Surah Al-Ikhlas is قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ اللَّهُ الصَّمَدُ لَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ يُولَدْ وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. Surah Ikhlas is also known as Surah At-Tawheed. Tawheed means believe in the oneness of Allah. So this surah is all about explaining the oneness of Allah, which is the first pillar of Islam. So let's check out the benefits of reciting Surah Al-Ikhlas. It enables you to enter paradise. The Holy Prophet ﷺ said, and your love for it will enable you to enter paradise. Hence it is clear how important this surah is. Its recitation can help you enter paradise, keep us safe from evil. Another hadith tells us how important Surah Ikhlas is in keeping us protected from evil. Holy Prophet ﷺ said, when you recite Surah Fatiha and Surah Al-Ikhlas upon lying on your bed, you will be safeguarded and should become fearless of everything except death. Get love and protection of Allah. Another hadith tells us how important Surah Ikhlas is in pleasing Allah and seeking forgiveness from Him. It helps you to get love and protection of Allah. If anyone recites 200 times daily, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ, the sins of 50 years will be wiped out unless he is in death. Get rid of poverty and bring blessings of Allah. Surah Al-Ikhlas also helps wipe out poverty and bring blessings of Allah in your home. The Holy Prophet ﷺ once said, whoever reads Surah Al-Ikhlas when he enters his house, poverty will be removed from the family of that household and neighbors. The Holy Prophet ﷺ once advised a man to say salam and recite Surah Al-Ikhlas upon entering his home. In a few days, it was observed that the man got rich. Reason for the revelation of Surah Al-Ikhlas. The placement of Surah Al-Ikhlas in the Quran is also of great significance. Surah Al-Kafirun mentions how the Messenger of Allah is asked to say to the unbelievers that they do not worship what the Prophet ﷺ worships. This is therefore raises the question as to who or what is that the Messenger of Allah prays to. The Jews said to the Messenger, describe your Lord for us. Their question was out of stubbornness, not out of love of knowledge and seeking to be guided by it. For that reason, Allah revealed Surah Al-Ikhlas, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ, which means, O Muhammad, say Allah is one, the one who does not accept multiplicity or to be many. Also, He does not have a partner in the self or the attributes or the doings. And no one has an attribute like His attributes. Instead, His power is one power. With it, He has power over everything. And His knowledge is one. With it, He knows everything. Allahu Samad. He is Allah, the Eternal, the Absolute. Means the one to whom all the creations are in need, while He is free from being in need of anything that exists. This attribute Samad belongs to Him alone. No one else is worthy of it. The word Samad is also defined as one whom everyone depends to fulfill their needs, but who need no one and depends upon no one else. Lam yalid walam yulad. He begot none, nor was he begotten. Which means he didn't give birth and he was not born. He is the creator of all beings and is not the one who gave birth to him. His work is not reproduction such as reproducing himself. It is instead bringing something into being from non-being or nothing. He does not have any child, parent, or spouse. وَلَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ يُولَدْ. And there is none equal to him. There was never a similar for him. This means that nothing resembles him. He has no equal in being, perfection, and action. He is one and no one is similar to him. There is none similar to him, none equal to him, and there is nothing at all like him. Say, He is Allah, the one and only. He is Allah, the eternal, the absolute. He begot none, nor was he begotten. And there is none equal to him. For more videos, please stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe our channel.